What's going on, everybody? My name's Tenebris Infinite, and it's a new day, and we've got a fresh patch from the team for Second Extinction, and also a letter from the team to go through today. Yesterday, we started off with the letter, and we ended with the upcoming patch. Today, we're going to start off with the patch and end with the letter. So let's read through this patch here. It's a real short patch just because it's a hotfix, but there's some really important things fixed here. So the letter reads, a hotfix just went live. Hope you're having fun out there and gaining some ground so we can slowly start to reclaim Earth. We have a small hotfix that just went live and are working on more fixes for you as we speak. We hope this makes the sailing just a little bit smoother. For the bug fixes, they fixed legal text not fitting the screen in the Russian language, they fixed a crash that occasionally happened on startup, they fixed a bug where the map couldn't be closed after failing a mission while being in the respawn map screen, they fixed an issue that when turning off the game it could result in getting stuck, and finally, they fixed an occasional crash when joining a lobby with two players. So all in all, some smoother connectivity that's going to be affecting players that have had issues with the startup and with joining lobbies. And then for improvements, they added an improvement for the player progression system and tweaked materials and experience points reset after players join a new game. Now, for the improvement to the player progression system, this doesn't affect me so much because I've already hit max level, but I want to know what you dudes think about the improvements to the player progression system and what you dudes think about that. For the tweaking materials and experience points resets after a player joins a new game, that's really good to hear because a lot of times when you join a new game, all of your materials and all of your experience points get reset. So the tweaking to that and smoothing of that is going to be overall just a better thing for players if they happen to drop out of the game. All in all, I just gotta say, we need to appreciate how hard this team is working. It's mental to see them putting out a hotfix so quickly after launch. And with the hotfix out of the way, let's start reading through this dev letter. It's a bit of a girthy read here, but we're gonna kind of power through things and have some comments on a couple of the things that are spoken about here. So the letter reads, Hello Extinction Elites. What a week. Since launching Second Extinction into early access, we've been overwhelmed with all of the positive responses and feedback to our little dino murder simulator. We couldn't be happier with the love you have shown us, but we also wanted to address some of the feedback you've shared directly and let you know about our plans for the coming weeks. Which, as we had spoken about in the letter from the team yesterday, the transparency from this team is awesome. It's so good to see. So the letter goes on to read, we have noticed a few of you raising some questions and issues around both matchmaking and forming a party in multiplayer. We wanted to let you know that you've been heard. On top of exploring potential bugs, we wanted to clarify how things should work. With matchmaking, there are a few things to highlight. We are looking into why some of you are struggling to find matches but don't have any firm leads as of yet. On launch day and on one other occasion, PlayFab did encounter some downtime, and this would have blocked some of you from finding matches. PlayFab is a piece of middleware that provides us online player accounts and matchmaking. Our matchmaking takes a simple approach. Everyone can be matched with anyone else, but it's sorted by location and by player level. We're looking to experiment with removing player level entirely, but we'll update you if and when this gets rolled out to live. Below we describe the two ways in the front end to matchmake with players in Second Extinction. Lobby screen Find Party option will try to search for any group of players that are currently also looking for a group. In the first instance, the player gets added to a party in deployment that is looking for a random player, and in the second instance, the player joins a party in the lobby screen that was also looking for a player. Now, for the deployment screen, after mission select, Find Random Player will open up your lobby for other players. In the first instance, another player will join your party that was looking for a party or also in deployment looking for a random player. For the second instance, you join another party also in deployment. And for the third instance, note that for each result, you will not change mission type. Finally, we want to let you know that we have a long-term goal of improving both the flow and the messaging to make it clearer what you can and should do in different circumstances to make matchmaking easier overall. Whilst talking about matchmaking, we should also mention hot joining. We only allow this option for players who have been in a party and then for whatever reason left the game. Selecting the option rejoin last session will allow you to sync up with your party, assuming the mission is still going. We have also improved a bug, see the hotfix that we just talked about, with hotfixing that was losing people all or most of their experience points and materials on rejoining a session. With the patch, this will be improved, but is still not 100% correct and needs further work. So we can expect rejoining sessions to lead to us regaining all of the experience and all of the materials that we potentially would have lost out on previously in the future at some point, which I gotta say is absolutely excellent. Now, with regards to the occasions where you are not able to form a party of 3, we believe this is primarily down to network connectivity errors on the player side. Having said that, we have one of our multiplayer engineers investigating right now if there is anything we can also do on the game side. As a peer-to-peer game, if you or one of your party has low bandwidth, then that will cause odd behavior in the game, dumb or popping in enemies, but can also block both the finding of matches or direct team joining. We recommend players try inviting people one at a time. Kind of go through your invites slowly so that you make sure that everybody's joining your game efficiently. If it fails instantly, you know it is the host or that person who is having connection issues. You can also try rotating the host amongst the players. We will be looking into what messaging we can add to help clarify what is happening at different stages. We hope you find this write-up useful and appreciate the feedback. Keep it coming. P.S. Rosie sends her regards. Her baby's run dry. She's gotta reload. Cheers, Prezi G. So there's a lot to unpack with all of this. First of all, it's absolutely awesome to see the team working so hard on both their end and figuring out what's going on our end with the whole connectivity issues. Secondly, with that cheeky little ending there, we can tell that the team is also paying attention to the fact that some of the voice lines are a little bit too repetitive in the game and need to be toned down a little bit. So I think that that's just a small hint that that's going to be something that's fixed in hopefully the near future. But with that, that is the letter from the team, and that is the hotfix that we've seen today. Absolutely monumental work from the team, and again, seriously, we need to praise this team on how hard they are working and how fast they're working too. The fact that they had a hotfix out just within the same week of launch is awesome, is absolutely incredible to see. It shows them being ready to keep their noses to the ground as we go through this early access here, especially in the early stages, to make sure that the foundation of Second Extinction is as stable as possible before we start moving forwards. And also, again, just the awesome factor of the fact that they're listening to us, they're hearing our feedback, they're taking it all in, and they're making efforts and strides towards improving things. So share your thoughts and opinions on this hotfix and on this dev letter below, but thank you so much for watching. Maybe consider subscribing for more Second Extinction content right here on my channel, and again, just hats off to the dev team. But for now, I've been Tenebris, you've been awesome, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you dudes in the next one. Until then, peace.